Due to Toys R Us closing, I had to buy some Geoffrey Giraffe stuff. This figurine and this plush over here. But first, let's talk about the figurine. Lane, that's the name you should know. Lane, he's the star of the show. You'll cheer and shout, he'll kick Geoffrey the out. Lane is the one.
He comes around, ba-da-cha. He comes around, ba-da-cha. Give it all that you got. Take a very best shot. It's in the right, ba-da-cha for sure. Yeah.
How can I help you, King DDD?
I need a monster to claw with that there Kirby.
That's what we do best at NME.
You better get it with a money back guarantee.
Lane's the one. Now, this figurine is made by a toy company called Sklack or something like that. Let me know in the comments on how to pronounce that name. But anyways, on the box, on the front, it has Toys R Us Geoffrey on the top and says ages 3 to 8. And it displays the figurine very well, I might add. And the whole box is like covered with orange stars, just like Geoffrey. On the back, it has a summary that you can read up here. And it says, the world of awesome began with a sky filled with stars and a very special giraffe, Geoffrey. Learned his destiny was to bring fun to kids everywhere. And so, by following some magical stars, he found a new home and new friends at Toys R Us. Learn more about his journey at toysrus.com/Geoffrey. So you can go to www.toysrus.com, and you can also go to www.sklack.com. And there's the Toys R Us logo, and the background has some elephants. So I'm going to be opening this box because it's not really in the greatest shape right now because I have like a rip. So I'm going to be opening this box and we're going to have a closer look at him, so stay tuned. Alright, I opened this figurine up and let's have a closer look at it. Yeah, this figurine is kind of decent. This is a figurine, so it won't have articulation, which is kind of disappointing, but I think he's probably better off as a figurine. Now, he's made of this kind of stiff plastic stick, and this tail kind of moves a little, but it's not articulated, so don't try to move it around or else you'll break it. Now, it's not really the greatest painted figure ever, because I do have this part and that part right over on the stripes, stars. You can see right here. It's not really that greatest detailed, like the feet are kind of a little bit painted. Now the stomach is kinda not that great, but you don't really notice it a lot on camera. And yeah, here's the face. I think the face is probably the best painted wise. He is a very neat looking figurine, I might add. I do like him a lot. And he is 6 inches tall. So here's a comparison between a World of Nintendo Ice Mario figure from Jack Pacific, and I think that height kind of works, Geoffrey and Mario. So yeah, there's not really much to say about Geoffrey. I'd probably give this figurine a B. Since Toys R Us is closing, I probably recommend getting this figure. Now here is one more piece of Geoffrey Giraffe memorabilia that I have to cover. And this is actually a very interesting one because now at this one Toys R Us that was near the mall I usually go to, me and my mom found those Geoffrey Giraffe plushes with Toys R Us gift cards holding them. And after we found out that Toys R Us was closing, we thought we might get the plush. Though it didn't really have to be the one holding the gift card. So my mom asked one of the workers if they had a Geoffrey Giraffe plush in stock, and they actually did. She found it in the back room, and she said that they were only available if it was your birthday. But since they weren't doing any birthdays anymore, they decided to just give me it. So that was very nice, and I'm very glad I got this plush. Now let's look at the plush. I think he's one of the best Geoffrey Giraffe plushes we got so far. Let's start off with the head. As you can see, on the paper tag it says Geoffrey, and it has the 12M and up. And yeah, on the back it says Toys R Us, the same thing, and the scanning bar. When you open it, it'll have like legal info and some materials. And yes, I can open this thing up, but I don't really want to do that because I don't want to damage it. And it's connected to the ear. I will remove it, but I will keep the paper tag in the trading card sleeves. So yeah, the material just gives me a Sine vibe. He kind of looks like a plush Sine would make. I don't really like the material on like the eyeballs because it makes them look a little off, but I do like how they embroidered the pupils, same with the nostrils and the mouth, even though it doesn't really line up correctly. We also got his antlers, his hair, and his ears. Now, one interesting part is that for the stars on him, they kind of like printed them or something. Don't know how to describe it. And then we got his little tail that just, it kind of dangles a little. Then we got the arms and his hoofs. Same with his belly and his feet, though this one is kind of very loose and dangly. What I do like about this one is that they had the R logo embroidered on the bottom of his right feet. Now, here's the part that I don't like. He has 3 touch tags, and they're made out of this paper material and not the kind Sine uses. Here's the scan bar, the materials they used, and the copyright. With the copyright 2017 Geoffrey, and a picture of Geoffrey, and a logo for him. So yeah, I'd probably give Geoffrey a B+. I think he is an improvement over the figurine, and I do like how he turned out. So overall, I'm going to miss Toys R Us, even though my local Toys R Us is not like doing any closing discounts. It was actually going to close, which I'm not so sure if they are soon or later, but pretty sure later. And I do wish that Toys R Us would carry the new World Nintendo 2.5-inch and 4-inch figures. But that's just me rambling. So yeah, so pick up these 2 pieces of Geoffrey memorabilia if you want any rare Toys R Us stuff, since Toys R Us is going to close, and meaning that Toys R Us exclusive stuff is going to be rare. So thank you for watching this video, and have a good day.